Welcome again, everybody, to another edition of First Person, sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster, Ohio. We talk about them all the time. A great place to work, to start a career, or maybe even finish one. They're probably looking for you. Give them a call or check them out online with the address scrolling across the bottom of our screen here on First Person. Again, sponsors of First Person on Press Pros, the Precision Strip Company in Minster. Spencer Wells, the first year head football coach of the LORAMIE Redskins, is our guest this week. It is week 2 of the high school football season. You only get one shot at your first game, your debut as a head football coach, Friday night against a very good Minster team.
Sure.
Didn't go as well as you wanted. You dropped it by 20 points, 34-14. And as you said to me afterwards, your kids played hard. Nobody gave up. I'm sure people would like to know your first impressions of your first opening night.
Sure. Well, it's definitely something that I won't soon forget. They had the field done up for our field crew that won the Pioneer Field of Excellence Award. So it was just a special night all the way around, and I thought it had great energy in the stadium. I wish we would have got off to a better start to really keep that energy going. But like I said, our guys fought hard. We just got to play with more discipline, and I think our best football is still out there. So
I say this all the time, but I think it's one of the most difficult things in all the sports is to get a high school football team ready to spend 3 weeks. Seriously, I know you got the job back in the spring, but you don't get volunteer mini camps. You don't get what the NFL does. So you come in at camp and get 2 scrimmages that mean anything. You get a little camp time, and you have to try to come out and get a team ready on opening night. Now, that is hard.
Sure. And I think we felt good about our offensive and defensive installs, getting it in, but you want to get a certain amount of reps. And like we were talking earlier, I think with our offense and defense right now, we just need a ton of reps. And Friday night was great for us in that sense that, we're seeing a bunch of different looks. They throw a lot at you, Minster offensively, and, we had to respond, and we found out that we have to play with more discipline.
I looked out there the other night, and I saw a little bit of Tim Goodman on you, because you spent some time at Marion with Tim as your assistant over there, but I saw a lot of Todd Schultz. And I know those 2 guys have made a big imprint on your life, because you played for Todd, you coached with Tim.
Sure. Yeah, being able to grow up in the Delphus community, and as you said, play for Coach Schultz and the outstanding program that he has there. His assistants, many of which still help him to this day, which I think says a lot about the program that he has. I was extremely blessed to have that experience. And, the same thing with going to coach with Tim. It's just, those guys do it the right way, and I think it's so neat that they're similar, that they've stayed at their school for so long. You don't see that anymore. I think that's the coolest thing. And being from Delphus with the Bob Armstrong type that stayed and built that tradition, what Todd's doing, what Tim's doing at St. Henry, I think that's extremely neat. So
you had football here about a dozen years, maybe 1 or 2 more than that, I don't know, but you're the 4th head coach. John Montgomery got it off the ground. Matt Burbacher came in here, took him to the playoffs. Whit took him to the playoffs last year, made his impression. Your first year in here, and I'm impressed with the fact you get 50 kids in uniform. And I don't have to tell you, there's so many teams out there that would die to have 30 right now.
Sure.
Tell me a little bit about why, when other schools have kids not playing football, at Fort Norman, you have kids that want to play football.
Well, I think being such a new program, and they had to fight so hard to get that. There was a lot of people that put a lot of time and money in getting this thing started, and it's still relatively in the early stages, and it's just exciting to be a part of. We have just, the football boosters, when I got the job, since I've got the job, have spent over $20,000 getting us new equipment and helping us out with the practice field. You just see the weight room. Yeah, there you go. They got us a bunch of new weight equipment, which over the off season, when we started up our new lifting program, because if there's one thing I learned from Todd and from Tim is you got to have great lifting programs. We started it up in February, and by the time July hit, we had increased as a team our squat and our bench by 2,400 pounds. So they committed to it. That new equipment was awesome, and I think we're going to see the benefit as the year goes on.
This is a community that really likes its championships, likes winning, likes competition, and you've got competition because you start off with Minster. I know you got Madeira this week. They got a nice quarterback down there, playmaker. You get Covington next week. You got down the road. You got East. You got Tri-County North. You got Bethel. Tell me a little bit about the competitive element of playing in that conference. Big upgrade with the WCC.
Oh yeah, you know, and I love starting with Minster and just seeing. You know, they've been, you know, it is what it is. They've been really cream of the crop in our division for the last 4 years and what they've done. So I think that gives you a good benchmark right there from the get-go. With Madeira this year going to take on a bigger school, they've got some really good athletes, good size. That's going to be a good test for us. And then starting off with Covington and Miami East in our conference, there's going to be physical teams that are going to come right at you, and they do some unique things offensively that aren't easy to prepare for. And we've got to be ready to roll. And
you wouldn't be surprised if you beat Madeira, would you?
No, not at all. Yeah. No, I think, yeah, that's the expectation every week. We expected to beat Minster last week, and we'll always expect
I told you this guy grew up around college championship.
There you go.
I'm sure you're going to put your imprint on this pretty quick, too, because those guys know how to put an imprint, and you learn from the best.
Absolutely.
Great to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks for the time.
Absolutely.
Fun to come here and watch what you're doing. Again, Spencer Wells, the head football coach, first-year coach here at Fort Laramie, and that wraps up this week's edition of First Person. Again, sponsored by the Precision Strip Company in Minster. Great place to work. We talk about them all the time. Give them a call. Great place to start. Better place maybe even to finish. They may want you. For our sponsors and Coach Wells, again, our thanks for your support of what we do on Press Pros each and every week, and we'll see you next time with another edition of First Person.